to my channel. So today is week 4 of January. Oh, hang on. Hi, my name is Nissa Ray. Sorry. I live in South Australia and I am a married mum with 2 little boys. I got a bit excited then and started jumping in. It's week 4 of January. But we will not be having a standard cash stuffing this week. We just had a lot of unexpected expenses happen. So instead, we're going to be doing the monthly savings challenge video instead. I have $110 to work with and I'm going to wing it. I haven't planned out where this money's going at all. So we are just going to wing it. First and foremost, I need to do the weekly calendar one. Ooh, throwing money everywhere. So that'll get 20. It'll be good if I had my texter ready to go. Make sure everything's in view. How is everyone doing this week? I hope everything's going well for everyone. I have had an interesting week with school going back. Without going into too many private details of my son, he is neurodivergent and has been in specially supported education systems and classrooms since he was at kindergarten. And long story short, the education department rejected him a spot in the classroom in the next level, which was a bit of a hit, but we took some comfort in the knowledge that he would get funding for SSO support. He has additional needs and he got rejected for support as well. So the education department pretty much picked my son up and threw him into shark-infested water without a life jacket on. So this past week, I have been meeting with members of parliament and ministers and all sorts and been sending out emails and letters because I'm fighting this and not just for my son. So it's been a bit of a draining week. But it's also my baby's first week of school altogether and day 3 now, and it was a much smoother drop off and they just seem so happy at the end of the day. So fingers crossed it's going really well. So yeah, I hope everybody else has had a really good first week back at school. Like I said, I don't really have a plan for this video. We're just going to wing it and see how much we can put away. So I'll just do one of these. And fun fact for anyone who didn't know, the jigsaw puzzle piece has widely been popularized as a connection or representation symbol for autism spectrum disorder. However, individuals who are autistic have spoken out in large numbers. It is a very wildly agreed upon consensus and feeling that the jigsaw puzzle piece is really offensive. Unfortunately, it is still really overly used in connection to autism. If you want to look into it, just pop in Google, why is the jigsaw puzzle piece offensive to autistic people? And just research it yourself. Unfortunately, it is connected to what I would refer to as the devil of all autism foundations. Autism Speaks is not a safe organization to get information from. And they spruik a lot of misinformation and demonize autism a lot. They're the ones who created the color blue or lighted up blue, which is also not appropriate. And they created the jigsaw puzzle piece. Just do your own research. But just as a fun fact, in case you didn't know, the jigsaw puzzle piece is actually very offensive to autistic people. My son's 8. He doesn't give 2 hoots. But one day he might. And I don't want him to look back on his childhood and see absolutely everything was littered with the jigsaw puzzle piece and then somehow making a connection through what that represents and thinking that's how we feel about him, because it's the complete opposite. So yeah, little bit of a heavy fun fact of the day. All right, $20 in there. I think I'm just going to try and do the bare minimum for each challenge and see where we are at, because I'd love to be able to have some money left over and put some money in my clear money box as well, because some of this did come from side hustle money, and my goal was to put all of my side hustle money in that clear money box. But you know, money's money, and life is expensive at the moment, so sometimes we have to use it. Now, Caroline, if you're watching, my darling, can you actually confirm how many shapes are in your star sign challenges? Because I start counting and then I forget where I got up to, and I have no idea how much this is actually going to total to. Maybe I shouldn't know. Maybe that can be like a nice little surprise for me at the end, but I can't be asked. Mind my French. I can't be asked counting all of the shapes because I get lost. All right, self-care. We'll just do the little love heart on these ones. But yeah, sorry about that little random fact. The jigsaw puzzle just reminded me, but advocating, I'm in a really heavy advocating space right now, and even when I'm not physically or mentally having to advocate right now, it's sort of consumed my thoughts and just what I'm, yeah. So right now I've got like my advocator hat on, and yeah, I really cannot believe that in 2025 I still have to advocate so hard against organizations and departments and government bodies that spruik that they are child mindful and that they are supportive of special needs children. And it's like, where? Oh, I'm not getting into it. I am physically exhausted. I couldn't get my brain to shut up last night, and I didn't fall asleep till 4 a.m. in the morning. And because I couldn't get my brain to shut up, what I actually did was I constructed an email that I sent to the Minister for Autism here in South Australia. I have no idea if I'm going to get a response back. It is a hefty email because I felt like I needed to get majority of what I wanted to say in that first initial contact in case I don't receive contact back. I'm so mad and I'm so angry and I'm so disappointed in the system and the department, and I have nowhere to put that anger. There is no one within, close proximity of me that deserves to have that anger or frustration put onto them, because it's not the school's problem. It's not the advocates at the school. It's not even my local member of parliament's fault. But I have nowhere to put this, so I am putting it into what I'm doing, if that makes sense, because it has to go somewhere. So right now I'm fighting for what my son needs, but as soon as I get that for him, I don't feel like stopping. I kind of feel like being a pain in the ass to the government this year. Rightfully so, in my opinion. But yeah, this is really like a hefty mind space that I'm in right now. So yeah, sorry, this video is very different to the sort of conversations I normally have. All right, Mystic Falls. Now, Caroline, my darling, again, I really hope you're watching this video. I beg of you, please make me, and yes, I'm being selfish here, please make me a Kath and Kim version of this savings challenge, please. I am begging of you. And if you've never watched Kath and Kim, that's okay. I won't judge. Hit me up and I will help you pick the things that this can all say. And these can be like glasses, like Kath's amazing sunglasses that she wears. Like, just please, girl, hit me up. And a Taylor Swift one. I will help you for free. Oh, Caroline's probably not even watching. Tag Caroline. Tell her we need a Kath and Kim one. Please. We appreciate you. We love you. $5 into the Vampire Diaries challenge. Oh, she's going to get a restraining order against me soon. Pepsi, cheers. Yep. Because because I'm going to do a hefty one for the Save Your Age because I'm old, you guys. I am old. Not 35 yet, but I'm getting there. And it feels old. Alright. We are chuffing along. I don't think I'm going to have anything left for the baby challenge or my clear money box. Nope. This is it. Oh God, that was a shocking job. Right. 20, 30, oh, 35. Now, to clarify, I'm not pregnant. I don't believe I'll be getting pregnant anytime soon. It is a pin that is still in the table. I've explained this before. We are quite happy leaving that pin in the table. We're not happy to pull the pin out and throw it away. We are not feeling like pulling the pin out and doing something with it. We just like having that pin in the table right now. But I figured this is a cute little savings challenge and why not? Maybe halfway through, someone I know will have a baby and then I can spend all the money on them. And then we've got my clear money box, which has nothing going into it today. But at least, you know, we have some money in here now. That's good. In almost every envelope now, which is nice. Getting there. Slowly but surely. And it doesn't matter how much you can do as long as you do what you can. I do apologize for the heaviness of this video. I feel like I could film a video that would be a world record for the longest YouTube video if I was to really just sit here and get into all of it with you. It is, it is such an awful position to be in as a parent and an advocate. And it feels like the older my son gets, the less people want to help him. It's like, now that he's not a cute little 2-year-old with curly blonde hair, there's not so many people just throwing their hands up to help, or we have to jump through more and more and more and more hoops, and they expect his challenges to be more as he grows up. But it's like, what more does this kid need to prove that he is worthy of this additional help, to have the same opportunities provided for him as his neurotypical classmates? Now, they may not get, you know, the one-on-one therapy. That's not what I mean by the same. But by having that one-on-one sessions with an SSO or supports or whatever, it allows him the opportunity to reach the same goals as his peers, because he needs a little more to get there. That's what I mean. And I cannot believe how hard I have to fight for people to hear me and help me help my son. And the worst part is that I have advocated every day with every bit of energy I've had since he was about 18 months and I first noticed some regressions in his development and very key indicators for autism spectrum disorder. And I have advocated to an inch of my life for him, and I would do it all over again, and I will do it until my last breath comes out of my body. I'm not complaining about it. What I'm complaining about is that I did all that, and we were very fortunate to get a lot of things for him very early on, but now it feels like I'm advocating harder than before and I can't get anywhere. It's like I'm stuck in mud and someone's holding my son and I can't get out of the mud to go save him. It's like the education department is a single human being and he's holding my son under his arms and he's about to dump him in shark-infested water, and there's people holding me back on the beach, and all I can do is watch it and hope to God that the sharks leave my kid alone and he knows how to swim. And it's exhausting and it's terrifying and it is infuriating, and I'm just, it makes me so mad, because how many children don't have people in their lives that have the capacity, the ability, or even the desire to advocate for them the way that I am? How many kids before my son and how many kids after him are going to fall through these massive cracks in the system? It's just not okay. And I'm getting to that point where my exhaustion is turning into anger, and I just need to find a really healthy way to channel that will hopefully inspire or create some kind of change, even if it's only a little bit, because otherwise it's going to consume me. So, oh my God, this turned into even heavier of a rant. I'm so sorry, you guys. Thanks for being my free therapists today. Oh, like I said, I'm in this mindset and it's consumed me a little bit this week. So I apologize if anyone is listening and you are in a similar boat. Oh, I'm so freaking sorry that you are. Reach out, send me a comment. You can contact me on Instagram. The links to my social medias are in the description below. I will reply to every message, unless it's a spam one or a fake sugar daddy that is sent to me through Instagram. And we can just chat, because we need people that understand this to chat to. I can't promise that I can offer any advice that's going to be helpful, because I feel like no matter how hard I fight, I can't get anywhere right now. So I may not be the best person for advice right now, but if you need someone who knows how it feels to be at war, but you're stuck in a mud pit, and you just need to vent to a person who gets it, my inbox is always open. And here's to hopefully advocating for some kind of change, even if it's only a little bit. This is why the book that I wrote for my boy is so important to me, and why I'm so proud that it's out in the world, and that hopefully it helps just a couple of kids besides my son, because even though it's 2025, we still have a really long way to go into being accommodating and accepting of neurodivergent people and people with different neurotypes. And it's a long road, but we're not alone in it. So my inbox is always open. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. This got so heavy. I'm so sorry. I'm going to come back next week and we're going to talk about rainbows and unicorns and pixie dust, okay? I thank all of you for being here, especially all the ones that made it to the end and have heard this little therapy session I've had. If you've stayed here, as always, comment a little pink love heart down below, and stay safe and be kind to everyone, and I will see you again next week. Thanks, guys. Bye. Oh.